And we're back for, we're going to quickly go through the matchups real quick for the playoffs. Thank you guys for tuning in for this long. But I'm sure I know the playoff edition, I know everybody's excited and just wants to kind of just hear about, so we want to kind of extend this episode. We didn't want to rush through anything. But first matchup, we'll talk about my game, the Coastal Cadets versus Ground and Pound. So rematch of the Super Bowl. Coastal Cadets 11-2, Ground and Pound 6-7. Like Ground and Pound, he'll tell you he's had like 2 or 3 games within 1 point. So he could easily be 8-5, 9-4, 7-6. I mean, he could easily have a better record. So you would look and think he has a tough draw, but I don't think. One thing I don't think Ground and Pound's intimidated by the Coastal Cadets. We played each other 3 times over the last 12 months. So, and he's definitely played us well a couple of those times. So, it's going to be a good matchup, and those guys aren't scared of the moment. They had a lot of ridicule going to the playoffs last year and put up 180 points, then beat the number 1 team in the second round, and then, then he fell short in the Super Bowl. But, Ground and Pound as an organization has won a lot of games, and I think they're ready for this moment. I think they're maturing a lot as a team and an organization, and I think they're ready for the moment, man. Is it their moment? Who knows? We'll see on Sunday. The Coastal Cadets, we're clearly the favorites, and by us being the favorites, we got a lot of hatred going on, outside the organization, but it fuels our fire, and we appreciate it. But pretty much our thing. We know who's going to play each and every week. Besides, we got our defenses set. We hope Buffalo does a great job for us this week. But it's just a matter of guys showing up. It's time to show up now. But we think we have a solid roster, top to bottom. So if someone doesn't have a good game, we're gonna pick that guy up, and we just want to do our thing. We do our thing, and we get beat. Hey, tip our cap. But hey, we're expecting to win. We're excited about it. We're enjoying the moment, and we want to continue our moment, man. We feel like we've been in our moment since about midway of last season, and we're loving it. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you that we're not loving it. We are, and we want to continue in it. But, should be a great game, man. It's going to come down to Monday night. On Monday night, he's going to have Martellus Bennett playing. On Monday night, I'm going to have Brandon Marshall and Desmond Bryant playing. So it's going to come down to Monday night, man. It's going to be a fun one, man. We respect you, Ground and Pound. Good luck to you, man. Hope your team plays well, but I hope we play a little better. But we'll see you on this weekend. Next matchup, let's look at the number 2 seed, the SWAT Kings, playing against Camp Creek Cartel. Those guys just played last week, if I'm not mistaken. This is going to be a good game here, man. Like I said, SWAT Kings, top to bottom, man, they have a really, really good roster. But lately he's been struggling up until this week. Now you can kind of look at it and say, hey, man, if that 55 points, what we have done last week without that 55. Now, since he scored 55 last week, their Cowboys might key in on him this week. But they still have Brandon Marshall on the other side, so it's pretty hard just to key on Alshon. But, I mean, his running backs are just, they can go throw for 30. And that'd just be a regular day. I mean, he has Matt Forte, LaShawn McCoy, and Reggie Bush. All those guys are explosive. They can take it to the house at any time. And you got Alshon and Larry Fitzgerald, who are both big-time receivers this year. And then you got the Chiefs defense that can just dominate at any point in time. They got Washington this week, RG3. Those guys are, I think they're the accident waiting to happen, not necessarily the Cowboys. And Carson Palmer could be a big pickup for him, man. I don't know if he's going to play him. He's in the lineup right now, but we'll see. They're looking at Camp Creek Cartel. He's just solid. He's one of those other solid teams. Nobody jumps off the screen besides Jimmy Graham and Jamal Charles. But, you're looking at Tony Romo. He could easily go for 40. He could. He's pretty much, you can write him down for 25 plus. Maurice Jones-Drew's been really solid the last 4 or 5 weeks since his bye week. Pierre Garçon, he could go for 30. Roddy White had a great week last week. Is he back? We'll see. They're playing against a weak Green Bay team. And then he got the Raiders D versus the Jets. Then he's got a flex position. He has the option of Giovanni Bernard. He has the option of Danny Amendola, Julian Edelman. Chris Ivory, all those guys are double-digit guys. So he's, he's struggling making that decision. But it's gonna come down to, it's gonna come down to who puts up the most points. It's not gonna come down to anything more than that. Who's gonna score the most points? But it's gonna be a good game. I think this one's gonna come down to Monday night as well. Do these guys have any guys playing on? Oh yeah, Tony Romo, Dan Bailey versus Matt Forte, and Monday night, baby. Hello. Oh man, these boys ain't gonna be able. You gotta get that Hennessy out for you guys, man. Or Corona, whatever you need. It's gonna be a long day, but that's gonna be a exciting Monday night football game between those two fellas. Kudos to both of you guys by having a great season. Good luck to you in the playoffs. Let's look at number 6, Arian Foster Care, all aboard. All aboard just beat Arian Foster Care's class last week, I believe. Um, but let's look at the season. I think he's beat his class multiple times. Give me 2 seconds, guys. My apologies. Let's look at his schedule. All aboard. Yeah, he lost to all aboard one. Oh yeah, Smith. He's beat his class by 100 points in 2 games. I don't know what it is about. Good gracious. I told you, all aboard, man. People been overlooking these guys, man, because we know they have a nice little rivalry and little thing going with ground and pound. Ground and pound trashes them. All aboard doesn't really talk a lot of trash, but they're solid, man. Any given week, man, these guys will show up and show out. Now let's look at Arian Foster Care. We kind of looked at them earlier. I mean, they have a question mark at quarterback, and it's not a bad question mark. They got a lot of good players, man, but they're they're players. You got Phillip Rivers, Alex Smith. He picked up Ryan Fitzpatrick. I mean, Phillip Rivers and Alex Smith, they've been playing well these last couple of weeks. So he's like, man, who's gonna play the best? That's a tough decision. You got Zach Stacy, he's been really good this year. You got Demaryius Thomas, Antonio. I mean, those guys. He's solid, man. Bobby Rainey, is he real or is that just a fake week a few weeks ago? I don't know. But man, all aboard. You got Nick Foles, Shane Vereen. He's gonna catch a lot of passes. Now, with Ridley being out, he's even better. Andre Brown is pretty much the feature back in Detroit. I mean, New York. Josh Gordon is explosive. And he's got a lot of guys who are explosive on the bench here, too. Like I said, Darren Sproles, you got Jordan Cameron. I mean, he's got a good team, man. It's going to be another. I mean, when I tell you guys, 1 through 8, any of these 8 teams could win it all. I'm not lying to you, man. I mean, it's going to be exciting. Let's just think of Monday night. Is this going to come down to Monday night, or? You got Jason Witten playing on Monday night. Looks like he's gonna play Nick Foles at quarterback. Jimmy's gonna post a score, and Jason Witten's looks like he's gonna have to come at that score, man. But Jimmy's gonna post a score early, unless he plays Darren Sproles, who plays Monday night. Jimmy's gonna post a score, and what's Arian Foster going to do? Is it going to be enough to put pressure on Arian Foster or not? We'll see. But good luck to both of you guys. Both of you guys have stellar seasons. Congratulations. And the last game, 4-5. I think this game all the games are going to be games of the week. But I really like this matchup here because I think a lot of people are overlooking Houston Hustle. They're 8-5, man. I mean, you can't overlook 8-5. But Houston, like I said earlier, they're solid, man. I mean, if Ray Rice and RG3 have a good game, everybody else has been pretty consistent. Jordy hadn't been that consistent, but Jordy can, have a good game. But if Ray Rice and RG3 play well, Houston Hustlers, they're going to put up 130 if those two play well. But then you got Lynch Mob, man. These guys here, man, they got the most top 10 players. Forget the Coach of Cadets and the SWAT Kings. They got the most top 10 players. And they got 8 out of their 9 top 10. What else you have to say about that? So they obviously have a good team. They've done a great job GM and putting a good team together. Even though they're, what I've been saying in the chat, they're pretty average as far as record and points wise, but on paper, they're above average on paper. So we'll see. But man, guys, I thank you guys for tuning in. I know this was 23 minutes of it's like a real show, man. Man, hey, it's here. The moment's here. Good luck, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the day. I know we had a few guys playing tonight. I know Maurice Jones-Drew playing tonight. Texas defense. That might be it. I don't know. No, Andre Johnson. Yeah, we got some guys playing tonight, man. Ben Tate, I don't know if he's playing, but good luck. Enjoy the moment, man. That's all I got. We'll see you guys this weekend, next week, man. Hopefully we'll see you guys next week. If not, if we don't see you next week, hey, remember Titleist, baby. Go golfing. Take care.